Penny from heaven, penny from heaven. Let's get started. Act 3. Ba-ba-ba. Hi guys, and welcome to a new episode of the channel. And today we'll be talking about Penny from Heaven. So let's get started. Now, what is Penny from Heaven about? As you can see, it is about someone named Penny who is from heaven and she's an angel. I'm kidding, she's not an angel. All I'm trying to say here is that she seems to be an angel to her parents and her relatives. And she has a lot of uncles and aunts. Way more uncles. And she loses track of how many she has, to be honest. She knows all of them, but she just loses track of how many there are. And that seems to work as we could think of. I mean, this Penny from Heaven is a very good story for a lot of reasons. But for now, let's start with the plot. It's about two kids named Penny and her cousin Frankie. And school's out for the summer. So they have their summer plans all worked out. And they're going to get jobs at their Uncle Ralphie's store and make some extra cash. Oh, that moolah. Okay, what is moolah? Who wrote that in the script? Okay, never mind. Moving on. They're gonna sneak into a local swimming pool. That's Frankie's idea. And eat butter pecan ice cream. Penny's idea. And butter pecan ice cream is actually her favorite ice cream, which makes sense that that is her idea. And listen to ball games on the radio. Rooting for the Dem Buns, aka Brooklyn Dodgers. Okay, ad for the Brooklyn Dodgers coming up right now. The Brooklyn Dodgers with the mini bat. Strike 1. Strike 2. Home run! And yeah, that was a fake ad. Anyway, the Dem Bums are... The Brooklyn Dodgers are called Dem Bums in the book. I guess that makes sense because Dem is for Dodgers and Bums are for Brooklyns. And yeah. So, this is a good summer list. But Frankie always gets into trouble. And Penny always gets caught between the two sides of her family. And this summer, they'll discover that even with the most best laid plans in the world, they may not be the most certain plans in the world. And their best laid plans work out in the most unexpected ways. Even the ways that they have expected. Okay, not even the ways that they have expected, which explains the word unexpected. So, yeah, I guess that's about what the summary is. It took me about 2 minutes to say that, so let's just continue on. So, why I like this book is because of how it's plot. I like the way it's set and how you can't predict what's going to happen. I'm not going to spoil any of this, but I will spoil some of the characters. It's the unpredictability, the uncertainty, at least for me, uncertainty, and almost no knowledge of the past until we find out the knowledge of the past. That makes this book a very good novel. Unlike the other one novel that I've known, is that it just tells us the answers. I mean, this just treats us as for dumb, but at least it knows we can enjoy more by just knowing the answer. It's also the way the characters seem to act that gives a little twist to the novel. If you remember my House of the Scorpion episode, you will probably remember El Patron. And El Patron, as I described there, was evil and good at the same time, which makes that man great. He's also like a magnet that attracts everyone to him. You might hate him, but you cannot take away his respect. It means, like, even just by looking at him, it's just that you can respect them. And that is a lot to ask for. And Frankie is like El Patron in this case. For a lot of reasons. Frankie, as I mentioned earlier, also always gets into trouble. If he was a drug or crime lord, he wouldn't have been in trouble. He said this is a good thing, just like El Patron would have done. He's good and evil in the same way as El Patronus, which makes him confusing, but also respected a bit. He's not respected completely by his relatives because of his criminal sort of ways. But at least that is a way to do things more. And that is one of the things I keep here to like this book. And another reason is that as we progress into the story, we find out more. And the more we find out, the more we can know and piece the story together. The story is like a puzzle piece. The more you know, the more you can piece them together. Usually the actor just pieces it for you, but sometimes you can just piece it for yourself before they even do it for you. So, yeah, that's a penny from heaven. So if you guys really did enjoy this book, please like, share, and subscribe this episode. If you guys really want this book, just try to buy it. And I'll see you next episode. Schnan out. Peace. Oh, and also if you could somehow give me ratings, please give me high ratings down below. See ya!